Hi, I'm Jeremy, and I recently finished Surrounded by Idiots by communication expert Thomas Erikson. And today I wanted to share my thoughts and opinions of the book, along with my recommendations and suggestions to who I think would most enjoy it and who I think would get the most out of it. But first and foremost, I do just want to quickly discuss what this book is all about without giving away too many spoilers. Well, essentially, the premise of this book is discussing how people function and why we often fail to connect with certain types of people. Now, it's all based on what is known as the disc profile system. And as you can see from the front cover, there are four different personality types, and the author, Thomas Erikson, basically explains how they have different ways of understanding and living life and kind of operating in society, and these colours are the way that they're kind of broken down. So this book is all about providing a framework to assess personalities based on these four different personality types. We've got the red, yellow, green and blue, and how we should communicate with those individuals in response to that. So what did I like about this book? Well, first and foremost, it's incredibly interesting. It's incredibly adaptable, and it's also very applicable to almost anyone. I like the fact that it's very relatable to any relationship that you have. And it also helps to explain the actions of people. And it helps us to not only better understand them, but also helps us to empathise with people. And it also, what I liked is it helped me see the good in other people, rather than just not understanding why people behave in such a way. It helped me kind of reframe how I thought about how people behaved. And that, to be honest, made me think, you know what, they're not being funny. It's just how they are, and it's the reality they live in. So I liked that about the book. I also like how this can prove as a kind of basis for decision making. So as an example, if you manage teams, or if you kind of work closely with clients, or just, in business in general, it can help you understand how to operate in a particular project, or what people tend to work best together, or the opposite of that and don't work well at all. So it can actually prove to be an important aspect of decision making, and ensure and improve and increase your chances of success. Finally, I love the interactive quiz at the end, which helps you to actually assess what colour you are, and also helps to ensure that you understand the concepts and how you can correctly identify different people. And kind of respond accordingly. So overall, who would I recommend this book to? Well, anyone working in a business, whether that's your own business or another larger organisation, particularly one where you work with a lot of different people. It's also very, very useful for anyone who wants to better understand family members, or who may have kind of challenging relationships with them. I also think it's great for anyone who wants to improve their communication skills in general. And obviously communication is one of those core skills in life. And yet, of course, this is great for anyone who's just struggling to connect with anyone in general, whether that's a particular person or whether a larger group at large. So yeah, it's a really interesting read, very engaging. I kind of read it very, very quickly. I couldn't put it down, to be honest. And I've started applying this not only in my own business but in my life. And I must admit, it's really helped reframe how I think about people and interact with them. So overall, I would recommend Surrounded by Idiots.